RP. So a little while ago, a big buzz was created by a federal government report that came out on climate change. This report basically said that, yo, climate change is here. I don't get what all the hoopla is about. Because first of all, what do you mean climate change is here? It's not like a new product that's finally here that you can buy in stores.
Climate change! Available in stores starting July 4th weekend. Store participation may vary. Product details may vary by store.
Or it's not like it arrived like the way someone arrives from out of town. It's here. Who's here? Cece! Who? Climate change! What? Already? I thought its flight wasn't getting into town until tomorrow morning. Crap! Now what are we gonna do? And second of all, duh, climate change is happening. It's an ongoing thing that's been ongoing. It's not like some new weather event that we're just having now. Climate change is not the weather, right? I mean, it's been happening for a while. We've known this for some time, right? Just the way we've known that the sky looks blue in the sky. Wait. The sky looks blue in daytime, or the sun is hot, or dolphins are mammals. Wait, really? Dolphins are mammals? Since when? Not to be so rude, but seriously, did they just, like, become mammals recently? No, just go. Alright, I'm going. But still, that's a pretty cool discovery. Just saying. And then there's all this controversy over whether to believe it or not. And here's my thing. Regardless of one's opinion on the extent of climate change, or the potential consequences, or the magnitude of human impact on climate change, my issue is when people just outright deny the very existence of something for which there is overwhelming scientific support. The existence of climate change related events, the reality that human activity does leave a footprint. Every action has a reaction. Climate science is a science. It's not exactly like one of those social study experiments with a sample size of 10 that you conduct for psychology class in middle school. Mostly because I don't even know if they offer psychology class in middle school. Saying no to climate science in general as a whole is like saying no to science in general as a whole. Hey! I don't believe in laptops. Hey, you're breaking up. Hello? Ugh. Hey! Phones are make-believe. What are you doing? Ah! Well, you're safe now. You're welcome. What are you doing? Spraying the clothes? Those aren't real. What? I mean, I don't believe in the science behind that. In the spray or the spray bottle? Both. So as you can see through the various studies conducted over the past several decades, smoking is in fact detrimental to health. That's not real! Huh? Okay, let's see here. What are you doing, doctor? Checking your heartbeat, of course. Don't use that, that's fake! And you're sure your symptoms aren't mental? And sure, there might be some that consider that a loaded statement. Sure, that comes with a lot of caveats. Of course, there have been plenty of scientific discoveries throughout time that have been mocked by the scientific community for generations until years later. Like, the Earth is round. The sun orbits the Earth. Wait a minute, it doesn't. Gravity, not the movie. Time travel. Wait, we don't have that yet. Damn. But this situation is reversed in that 97% of the scientific community says it's going on. Speaking of science, I'm just going to throw this out there. What is up with this first bill that Representative Lamar Smith of Texas wants to pass, huh? This bill aims to increase regulation on how recipients of grant funding for research is determined. It's got to be deemed socially beneficial. And you might say, hey, that sounds reasonable. But wait. I'm sorry, but how are politicians supposed to know what's what? Most politicians are not scientists, and a lot of scientists do not get involved in politics. So what's the connection? Tax money, you say? Sure. But who is in a position to exactly say that something is socially beneficial or not? Science takes years, and its discoveries aren't always, if ever, planned. And on top of that, this first Frontiers in Innovation, Research, Science and Technology Bill, clever name, adds restrictions for additional funding. The Association of American Universities said it's not a good idea because it doesn't meet funding requirements. The National Science Board, which oversees the National Science Foundation, even said it's not a good idea, and they never say anything about anything. Congressman Lamar Smith is telling me I got this many years to do this, or my research gets the axe. Say what? Since when does just anyone know more about a field of expertise than an expert of the field of expertise? Hello there, I'm here to audit for the House Committee on Science, Space, and Technology. Ah, yes, hello. Yes, hello, it's very nice to meet you.
Yes.
Yes, well, so it's my understanding that you have applied for additional funding? Yes, that is correct. Actually, would you like to take a look at it?
Oh, okay.
See, if you take a look at this mixture right here, then you can see the salt.
Hmm.
Yes, well, okay. Please enlighten me on the new and original intent of the research that you will be conducting. I'm sorry, new? Well, what is the new thing that you will be researching that you need money for? Well, it's not particularly new research. It's a continuation of the research we've been conducting over the past few years on the enzyme R2D2. If you look at our application, so it's not a new idea. Yes, I understand. I see. Well, due to first policies, we can't actually give you more money, so it was nice to meet you. We might have results as soon as tomorrow. But we could be close to a really big breakthrough in drug therapy that could help hundreds of people. Look, if it's not new, it's not true. If it's not new, it doesn't go through. Come again? If it's not new, it's not food. Okay, you can stop, and please don't finish removing your sunglasses. Good day. Why am I paying so much money to see the doctor if I don't have to? Hey, I'm going to the doctor's. I'll be back, okay? Okay. Oh, that new one you switched to? Is she good? Oh, no, the neighbor. Our neighbor's a doctor? No, but he's cheaper. The whole beauty of science is that it is science. Why bring politics into it? The fabric of academia relies on peer-to-peer research. This is a model used by other countries. Are there any problems that are kind of more pressing than this? You know, that need a little more immediate attention? Things like, I don't know, jobs, war, climate change. So politics is going to tell me what I can and can't research? What's next? Is the government going to try to tell me what I got to be when I grow up? Is the government going to try to tell me who I can and can't marry? Wait, you already tried to do that. In 1897, J.J. Thomson discovered the electron, and at that time, no one really knew the importance of that either. But we know that it's kind of sort of super duper important, and we use it for like everything. My fellow brethren, I have just discovered the electron. It's absolutely marvelous. Did you hear that, Marianne? He discovered the electron. What hogwash? Who cares? Hello? Wait, what? Can we look into this a little more for a second?
We sat down with Mary Ann Answorth of Cornwall, who was deeply absorbed in meticulous preparation for her debut concert in the presence of Her Majesty, Queen Victoria. Lady Answorth, thank you for making time for us.
Yes.
Could we perchance ask you a few questions?
Absolutely. Anything for my fans.
I noticed earlier that you were using the cell phone.
That is correct.
Phones rely on electricity,
Yes, indeed.
which in turn
Mm-hmm.
depend on things such as the electron.
But of course.
Do you acknowledge the science behind the cell phone then?
Ooh, I don't think so. No, I disagree with that. I don't believe in that kind of hogwash.
Why not?
I only believe in things that help me.
I'm not sure I understand.
I mean things that personally benefit me.
Well, you do use cell phones,
Yes?
and they benefit you.
Yes.
And cell phones are real.
I suppose.
So, do you acknowledge the science of electricity, of the electron?
No, absolutely not.
Lady Marianne Answorth, would you say you're presenting some contradictions in your denial?
Well, now if you'll excuse me, I have to prepare for my performance for the Queen. Oh, so that's how it works. Actually, coming back to climate change, which was the topic in the first place, that explains a lot in terms of why people say the things they do. And actually, for example, if you take a look at Florida, right here, and Miami in particular, you will see that the water level there is actually rising at an even quicker increase than other
is actually
places.
quite
So
worrying.
that's something that policy needs to look at to address that issue. So policies in the short term, for instance, we need to look at weatherization, how to prepare people in the short that may be more intense due to climate change, as well as long-term policies of as an international community
Something must be
we can
done.
deal with
I will
this
not
issue.
let my
This is Mother
constituents
Nature
down.
and kids, it's not going to go away just because we have some diplomacy with it. It's something that we really need to consider and really move
Welcome
forward
you
with
here.
right now. And it's not something.
Ah, yes,
simple
Poke
per
Brothers,
se.
how are
There's
you?
So many factors that go into it. It's not just America. It's not just India. It's not just Canada. It's never Canada. It's not just China.
Yes, I'm actually at the
Brazil,
briefing right now. It's actually
Russia.
rather concerning.
It's not just.
I'm
you know,
thinking about drafting
Singapore.
up some legislation to address the
It's not
issue.
just South Africa.
Why not?
It's not just Egypt. It's not just Dubai. It's all these places. But right now,
Sir.
the data is here. The data is ample. The data is peer reviewed. The data is agreed upon with 97 to.
What do you mean?
Action. It's time to do something and not just.
What do you mean you're going to cancel the
It's not going
funding?
to stop the rain from raining. It's not to stop the snow from snowing. It's not going to stop the hurricane
Hello?
from hurricaning, the tornadoes from tornadoing, the droughts from droughting, the famines from famining. We got to do something, you know. So it's time to take action. So this right now is just a brief overview of some of the data and peer-reviewed research. As for now, are there any questions that I can answer perhaps before the hearing begins? Yes, Senator.
I don't have a question. I have a comment.
Please, by all means.
Well, maybe I don't feel like it.
Okay, anyone else?
But I still want to say something.
Okay. You have the floor, Senator.
Yes, well, you're wrong.
Oh?
I mean, everything you said is wrong.
Would you please elaborate what you mean by that?
It just is.
Okay, thank you, Senator, for your comment. Anyone else? Yes, Speaker.
The idea that carbon dioxide is a carcinogen that is harmful to our environment is almost comical.
What carcinogen?
Every time we exhale carbon dioxide. Every cow in the world, you know, when they do what they do, you've got more carbon dioxide. And so I think it's clear.
Sorry, I don't think I understood that quite clearly. What cows?
Ha! You take me for a fool, but I'll have you know that I know that cows aren't as buddy-buddy with people as, say, dogs, but I still like beef. So you're just gonna have to deal with it.
All right, thank you for your comment.
Unbelievable. These facts are just something I don't like.
Anyone else?
USA. USA.
USA.
USA. USA. USA.
USA. USA.
USA.
Okay.
USA.
And yes, that line about carbon dioxide in cows is real. Anyways, so who gets screwed at the end of the day? Exactly. All the fishes in the sea, because they're probably going to go crazy with all the extra wisdom probably going to get in the next couple of years. And then they're going to go crazy with another housing bubble just like us. And then what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Food for thought, and I don't mean the fish. Okay, bye!